That's a shame. I'm here and nobody else is here. Hi. Oh, shit. Hello, come on in. Tell me if you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Hi, Draco. I thought everybody forgot about me. You guys know I like to be punctual. I don't like that. People are late and always late. I don't like that. I don't want that associated with my name. I was having audio difficulties. Well, I just woke up for one. Then I clicked on something that said turn your camera and your mic off, and then I had to troubleshoot. Like, this is the first time I ever opened up a computer. Like a crazy person. Ooh, that's nasty. Uh, Alan Clay. So that's so that's Alan with the 50-foot name. Hi, Alan. I'm a little bit congested. I didn't know I was. That's crazy. I was just over here talking because I thought I took the mute off. Hey, Alan. Hey, Draco. Sorry if you guys didn't hear me at first. I wonder where Mr. Oates is. Did he chicken out? I'm real nasally today. Hold on a second. Please excuse the gray on you. What gray? You got gray hair? Is that what you're talking about? Your hair is turning gray? You should be happy about that. Some people don't live long enough to be gray. My brother who's right over me, he had damn near half a head of gray hair when we were in high school. He's 3 years older than me. Yeah, 3 years older than me. What's going on, DB? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, gray hairs, I think it's kind of like a part of life. I think men with salt and pepper hair it looks good on them. Even some people with just like full hair, I mean, it's a part of life, right? We get older, we change up a little bit. Women gain weight. I gained some weight and then I lost some weight because I broke my leg and it's been a hell of a recovery. But hopefully it'll be easier from now. What's going on, Swag? Good to see you. Girl, talking about ouch. It was like help. Oh, what's going on, NC Lady? It was more than ouch. And the thing about it is, let me tell you what happened. I was asleep one night, and I was pulling the cover on the bed because I tend to kick the cover off, and so my husband was like, "Where the cover?" So I was reaching over to grab the cover off the bed and fell off the bed. But I got like uh rugs around my bed. Like my floor is wood, but I got a rug around my bed. Fell on the rug and got up and was kind of couldn't put no weight on it because I thought I maybe twisted something. Because I'm clumsy like that. It's not the first time I fell out of bed. I'm kind of goofy like that. I wasn't even asleep. I was watching a movie and trying to pull the cover. I think I said I wasn't asleep. Trying to pull the cover and fell out the damn bed. Just like took a little tumble. So I kind of limped around on it for like a month. Because I thought it was just like maybe a little twisted. And then one day I was going in the bathroom and it's just like I heard a pop. And I'm like, ah. Now that, it hurt. So I broke my femur. That's the big bone. And apparently I had an old, because I was real active as a youngster. I played everything softball, basketball. I was a cheerleader. I swim. I would do gymnastics. I'm just like all over the place. So I know from time to time that leg would hurt. And I just thought maybe I had a little arthritis in it because you know how we get as we get older. Well, it was more than that. So I had to have surgery on it. They got pins and clamps and shit on my in my leg. Big old scar on my leg. These pretty legs. Hey Larry. Hey Larry. Good to see you. So I've been healing and now it's wintertime and I travel a lot. As a matter of fact, the picture that I had up before this picture, I was in a coat and it was snowing outside. I was in Dayton, Ohio. My nephew lives up there and my niece lives up there. She runs a house for people who are just transitioning, like a halfway house. People who are transitioning out of jail, out of prison. So they couldn't, around Christmas time, I went up there to, because my nephew has four daughters. And I used to kind of watch them. I used to keep them at my house on the weekends and stuff. So I'm real close to them. And there's really no girls in our family, just me and my two sisters. And then I got two nieces. Well, two nieces outside of, it's eight of us. So two nieces outside of the four daughters that my nephew had. So all the rest are nephews. And I did enough of that because I got a son. So I went up there and it was so cold up there. And now I'm in a state that isn't Florida and it's cold here too. So I don't know where Mr. Oates is. Maybe he forgot. You think? I want to ask him some really good questions tonight. So quiet in here, guys. You guys are quiet. So, Alan, what you been up to? Are you doing well? Thank you, Larry. I'll do my best to stay safe. I usually am. I'm I always kick myself out when I'm wiping off my keyboard. So I'm still trying to live this busy life that I live because I do a lot of traveling, but um, with my leg, it's kind of slowing me down. Even though I'm here, I don't wear crutches or nothing like that. So no crutches, no walker, no scoot thing, none of that. Just walking on it. The first time I went to the doctor after surgery, I walked in the doctor's office. He talking about, "Where's your walker?" I'm like, "What?" He said, "They were supposed to give you a walker when you left out of the hospital." Well, I left out the hospital because they wanted to, you know how they want to act like they got to teach you how to walk and then drain your insurance, and I got good insurance. What's going on, Jamie? Hey, Arabia, Barbosa. I have good insurance. I have government insurance because I'm retired. So, when they see you got good insurance, they want to keep you, put you in the next place and send you to rehab. So I had them come to my house and I had to do rehab because of the break. I broke my leg for you guys who just are coming in. You would have thought as bad as I was when I was younger, when I was playing all those sports and doing all the jumping and climbing trees, because I was a tomboy. I got 5 brothers and oh my God, all that. Uh, you would have thought I would have broke a leg or something then. No. Mm-mm. So, what you guys think about your president being a Biz 101? How do you guys feel about that? I'm feeling a lot better. Like I didn't have pain medication. The only thing that I did take, I take is a BC, like when I get a headache. I haven't had a lot of pain in my leg at all, and I'm thankful for that because I don't want to even deal with that um, pain pill epidemic thing. And it would be just my luck that I sidetracked all the drug addicts of every all the drug. Girl, I fell out the bed. I fell out the bed grabbing the cover. The cover was halfway on the floor, and I rolled. And my husband was like, "Get the cover." I rolled over a little bit, and I'm such a goofball. I've done this before. That's the thing. It's no big deal. Like my bed ain't high off the ground or nothing. So I just reached over and slipped off the bed and fell. Hey, Letitia, drop queen. Not only drop queen, editor extraordinaire. I think me and you will have to start working together. Because I'm really thinking about giving up my channel and letting somebody else take it over. Because I really don't come on here. And if I do come on to do a um, interview, I could just use somebody's platform. But yeah, I watch all your stuff, Letitia. Most of the time I'm in bed with the remote control. And you can't type. But I do leave a thumbs up. I can't type what I want to say because I don't have it on my phone. I'm on the TV. But yeah, I love the stuff that you post because that's right down my alley. I was actually thinking about just starting like a news channel and talking about what's going on in the government because there are a lot of channels that I watch, but they're all white and they're all men. So it would be pretty good that a black woman, which I would probably start going on cam for that, a black woman bringing the news and what's going on with politics and what people should be aware of, even though I don't vote because I really think our whatever system it is we have, it is not geared for us. So, hey, Miss Baker, so I don't feel like You hear a lot of people, well, if you didn't vote, you don't have the right to say anything bad about the people who are in office. You can say whatever you want to say. I think they're a bunch of idiots. I think people who vote are just I don't know. I know in society a lot of people are trying to fit in. And they do whatever it takes to fit in. And when one person types I voted or they got a sticker on their shirt, everybody want to go get that sticker because they saw uh Mary Jane with a sticker on her shirt. I know a lot of people are like follow the leader types, and they are also people who just want to be a part of something. And so that's what they do. They just follow the leader. Just like when Angela Stanton used to be on Kwame Brown's channel, when we all used to chat over there, and she was in there telling everybody they need to go stop thinking just because you're black you have to be democratic. My parents were Republicans for years, so that first it didn't even, and they didn't even vote. They got to the point where they didn't even buy into that stupid system because they know it's not geared for us. So, but when Angela Stanton was over there telling those people with those pea brains over there who are so easily led um in bus life, uh that they should vote and they should vote for Trump and he's the best thing out there. Trump is a racist. He's always been a racist. You notice that he's trying to take away the holiday pay for Martin Luther King Day, and he also said that he doesn't want any uh holiday noted for Juneteenth because lately everybody is talking about Juneteenth. So what? And they closed down the African American museum. First of all, they shouldn't have let Jesse Jackson change black people into African Americans. That's the part that it just sticks with me. And then now they're taking away everything for black people. So you didn't know that Jesse Jackson is the one who gave black people the name African American, as if to say that all black people come from Africa or are from African origin, even though they say that is the place for the first man and everything. We have evolved so much since then. You know what I'm saying? So you pay taxes and never get a girl. Let me tell you something. I only had one kid. I may have gotten taxes back when I was 21. After that, and I always bank separate from my husband. We never combined our, we have a combined account, but we never combined our, like he puts his check in his bank, I put my check in my bank. I think he has Bank of America, I have Navy Federal. So we always bank separate. Never got taxes back, so that wasn't something I was looking for. But I seen one time one girl said she got $8,600 back. I was like, well, god damn. How'd you do that? That's a lot of money. I got 23 people, well, 21 people that are listening to me. Did you all hit the like button and share the live and get other people in here? Oh, and don't forget to hit my cash app. Thank you in advance. We're waiting for Mr. Oates. We're waiting for Mr. Oates. I don't write down, like when I do my interviews, I never write down what I want to talk about. And I didn't do it this time. But I was thinking about it. And I never usually think about it until I, log on. And then I logged on. Yeah, that's who I'm doing an interview with today. That's why we're here, Larry. He said he gonna pull up. He came and looked for me and see his chat. He don't come in there. So, and I had asked him like when he first came back, could I do an interview with him? And he said, yeah. I don't know where this stopped upness comes from. I think it's because it snowed a little bit the other day, and I was out in it. I wanted to take some more pictures and send them to my son. He was pissed because he's in Florida, um so I think maybe this is what, or I got new glasses. I went and got my glasses today, and they're kind of on my nose because the frame is so big and pretty. I love black frame glasses, and these are black frame. And I don't know. Maybe it's because they're sitting right on my nose, on the bridge of my nose. I don't know. It's whatever. I hope you guys had a good day. I had a good day. I slept. Oh, we went out to eat. I came back home and went to sleep again. Uh, I get one thing about me and this leg. It's getting plenty of time to heal. Like I'm not up on it nonstop. The most is like when I go out of town, and that's like getting in and out of the car or getting on, going in the plane. But I've been I've been calling ahead, telling them I need a wheelchair. So I'm not walking to the airport no more, ever. Even when the leg is 100% uh healed, they will have a what's going on 901. They're gonna have a wheelchair wait for me every time now. You working? You can't type. Well, who put that up there? Or you just blink your eyes. You like Samantha now. You blink your eyes, and when you blink your eyes, it was up on the. Oh man, I don't know what the hell. I be doing some crazy stuff sometimes. Like I don't know what that is. You gonna kill yourself, girl? Oh, ugh. Drink your water. I So I talked to my son yesterday, and he was like, "Ma," I'm like, "Huh? When you coming back down here?" Because he got married. And the good thing about that is, I love his wife. I think he did a good job picking someone. She fits like right in our family. What's going on, D Grant? Good to see you. He picked a good wife, and I'm glad about that. Oh, but I was asking you guys, how do you feel about your president being a pedophile and known all around the world as being a pedophile? And why is he still in office? Are you political people who are keeping up with the news and what's going on, and you gotta vote? Are you guys voting to get him out of office now? That he's a child toucher? I mean, you can't just be outraged on YouTube when it comes to Biz 101 because we all know what he did. You gotta be PO'd at all the people who do the same thing. It's a despicable crime against a child. And I thought we were here to nurture and protect children. And we have these predators that are singling kids out, and uh, it's just disgusting. And I don't see how people can forget that, especially when they talk to the person or people they know did it. I think it's disgusting. And usually the people who are doing the touching have been touched on, which doesn't make it any better because it's still a sickness. Um, but as adults, we are held accountable for things we do, especially when others find out about it. Because it's a lot of people who have done things that nobody knows about. So it's sad. to target babies. Did I tell Mr. Oates 9 o'clock? I had to tell him 9 o'clock. I'm going to be doing also an interview with Pick and Choose TV. You guys know who Pick and Choose TV is? Slim with the 3 M's? Or is it 2 M? I'm going to be doing an interview with him. I told him I would set something up with them, but I haven't got back with them. I'll probably do it Saturday night. I'm thinking Saturday. I don't know when Sis is going to go live because he hasn't been live in a couple of days. So maybe he'll go live tonight, hopefully, and do Friday, Fuality Friday, Fuality Friday on Friday. And then Fats go live Saturday morning. I think Fats goes live tomorrow too. Or was it today that he usually go? Anyway, and then Sears come back on Saturday night after I have my interview. So I'm gonna have to see if anybody has that time scheduled and go ahead and make that schedule. I bit my cheek. I don't know if you guys ever did that. I think I did it while I was asleep. So if you kind of hear me, it's because I'm trying to avoid that tender spot. Mm. I didn't vote for him either. But all them other crooks over there did. You gotta vote for all y'all want to do is vote for Democrats because they for black people. You better try to vote for somebody who's gonna favor you a little bit. Cause they ain't nothing free in life. And there ain't nobody choosing you. But there was a commercial. Well, it was actually a ad that ran on TV the other day before I left home in Miami. That Cuban woman was on TV, and it's on YouTube somewhere. I'm gonna find it. And she was crying to black people, saying, "We need your help. We need you all to help us fight ICE and President Trump and the people who are in the White House right now because they are." Hey, Mr. Oates, look at Mr. Oates. I'll call you up in a few minutes, okay? They want black people. Now they want black people to help them with all the marching and probably going to jail and everything else they're doing to people who are demonstrating against these ICE agents. I say no. Let them get out there and do it themselves because Spanish people, especially the ones from Cuba with the real black people over there with the afros and skin dark as coal that they all left over there in Cuba and all the half white ones came over here. I say no. I'm not helping them do nothing because when black people need it or still need people to look out for them, nobody's there for them. And I'm not talking about that Black Lives That Matter because that's a homosexual Rainbow Coalition program, and not Rainbow Coalition with Jesse Jackson either. Though most of those people who run that and they ran it for themselves because they all got huge homes, bought land, just live extravagantly off of all you people who believe in Black Lives Matter as a organization instead of as a move where it's a movement. Wait, yeah. Stop trying to act like everybody who stands up and said they're for black people are really for black people. I don't know if you all saw the new Black Panthers. They were on TV yesterday and they got a Hispanic, they got a white dude. It sounds just like the NAACP to me. And now they want talking about get your arms. They telling black people all this different stuff to get their ass sent to jail. You guys better learn how to follow your own mind. What's going on, Dimitri? You better learn how to follow your own intuition because these people will lead your ass into hell. And one thing I have noticed about YouTube is there are a lot of people on here who are easily led. When somebody tells them something, they take it like it's the holy gospel, like that's the truest thing they ever heard. You all better learn how to get information for yourself. Learn on your own. Be self-taught. Nothing wrong with that. Get you a book and start reading. If you don't know how to read, get a phonics book and sound it out. And then start reading. But you got to be more self-sufficient than just being told what to do. And just following the crowd because it looks like it's fun over there, or all the black people doing it. Because I don't know if you guys remember when Obama was in office, I didn't vote for him either. When he was voting, when he was in office, when Obama was in office, I forgot what I was saying, trying to be nosy with this TV. All the black people, I voted for him because he's black. I voted for him because he's black. Yeah, okay. Keep voting for him because they black. You voted for him. That's good. I didn't. I didn't vote for him and nobody else. I'm just somewhere else when it comes to that. Miss Eve. I want to introduce everybody to Miss Eve, the most beautifulest woman on YouTube. Miss Eve, take a bow. All right, all right, all right. Do I have any I wish I knew how. I don't know. Well, okay. Um, okay, I got Letitia. Let me see. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, Mr. Oates, are you ready? You want to come up? Put a one up, Sugar Bear. What's going on? Okay, drive carefully. You know how dry my hands are. I continuously put lotion on them, and they're still dry. Cold. Black people say they voted for Obama because he's a black man. Well, didn't they say Santa Claus was a black man? That make you believe too? Wasn't it a whole song? Santa Claus is a black man. Oh. So, it's supposed to snow again. I gotta stop looking at you. What's going on, KTC? Good to see you. I had a question I wanted to ask you when I did your interview, KTC. And every time I see your name, I always look at you and say, why didn't you ask her the question you wanted to ask her? Like, where did you get your name from? What made you name yourself Keep the Change? Because that's a different vibe. Make me think of niggas running cars and shit. Hey guys, hold on one sec. That was rude of me, but I had a phone call. That was my little brother. And when my family calls, I try to answer the phone because you know it's always something. Um, did I ask you how you had your name? Yeah, Santa Claus was a black man. Oh, your Santa Claus was a black man? Yeah. She because she didn't want to keep the change. You know what? Have you ever been to a store? Mr. Oates, put a one in the room and let me know you're ready to come up here. Have you ever been to a store where you gave the person at the register your money and they slap your change on the counter? Shut up the pennies in the store. You ever see people who don't want to touch your black hand and put the money on the counter? I saw a video the other day of a Arab doing that. Well, a Arab doing that to a black man. He put the man money on the counter. The man pulled out a gun and shot him. I think it was on First 48 or one of them shows. I watch a lot of crime shows like that. Let me let Mr. Oates come and put a link in the room for you. Mr. Oates, you don't have to be scared of me. I don't bite. You say something. Well, yeah. I mean, that hasn't happened to me in a long time, but I'm pretty goddamn sure that if somebody slapped my change on the counter after I handed them money, that I said something. Because I said something to the people who standing outside the door by the store, like them black men. I said, men are supposed to be taking care of women. Y'all out here asking for a quarter. You should be ashamed of yourself. And I do it on purpose to make them feel bad. Mr. O, if this ain't you, then we're gonna be starting over, guys. Come on, Mr. O. You don't have to turn your cam on. I don't do cam.
What's up with you?
Um, I'm chilling. Life is good. I have a broke leg, but it's been broke for like 2 months now. So it's healing, but slow rolling. I don't like stuff to slow me down because I have things to do. When to get in. And I got to get in the wind. We're on the go all the time. We out of here. We're which we're traveling in our retired life, so we didn't get to do much while we was working. We did some things, but we didn't do as much as we wanted because we were saving money for when my son goes to college. And you know what? There are people. I'm just talking, Mr. Oates. I'll call you up. I mean, I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay, you can also chime in if you like.
Right.
I I pay for my son college all the way through school and bought him a car. You know all the things that they use their credit for, so that when he got out of school, that he'd be, self sufficient and not be bogged down with paying back loans and having this to pay and having that to pay. As soon as he graduates from school, um, so what we focused on is a college fund, and what I didn't believe in is if he didn't want to go to college or didn't go to college or didn't do whatever, he wasn't gonna get that money. You save that money for me. I think that's white kids who do that kind of stuff. You save that money for me. You promised me you had a college fund. Yeah, but you're not going to college. So what makes you think you deserve that money? And then, I guess that's some Lifetime movies that I used to watch. That you know, that perfect life that they have. All of them got a big house. All of them got nice cars, but all of them got a child that talk to them like they're the grown up and want to move their boyfriend in it. White people are a different kind of animal. I grew up with them, so I know them. I grew up with them because my dad was in the Air Force. We traveled a lot, but we always lived off base. We always lived in a suburban area, and it was always white people. and they have this big front that they have the perfect lives, but behind those closed doors, there's all kind of crazy shit going on. Because I know my dad was adamant, "Don't you go in their house. I don't want none of y'all in none of their houses." And then he used to tell us, like, if you get them as your friend, they were friends or whatever, people who we lived around. But if you be in the car with them and the police pull y'all, they're gonna turn into the white kid. All that best friends and stuff. I'm rambling. I know. I'm really rambling. But you know how you're best friends with somebody and then they're not your best friend no more when the police come? That kind of stuff. You know what, Ms. Eve? I need to do an interview with you and ask you what make you tick. With your bossy ass. You know what? You have you something. Pick and choose. I was just talking about you a few minutes ago. We got an upcoming interview. Um, we'll talk after this. Mr. Oates,
Yes, ma'am.
what makes you tick, Mr. Oates?
You mean in general?
Yeah, like what gets your fire burning?
Mm. I mean, it's a lot of things. Well, a few things anyway. Um, damn. I was just say damn.
A good conversation, a cigarette, a cigar, a drink, a full moon, a warm summer night. It could be anything. A good conversationist, conversationalist, someone that not only talks but they listen to. I like that kind of conversation. I don't like a conversation where someone is just domineering.
I can do it because if the conversation is right, it's gonna stimulate my brain.
Correct. Make you think.
Yeah.
Make you want to think about things and then possibly even respond. Except for with my sister. My older sister, you'll never be able to respond because she don't stop. She can talk. Woo! Don't call her on the phone if you got something to do. Lord have mercy. Um, so how long have you been on YouTube, Mr. O?
I've been around YouTube. I mean, for a while. Trying to think, like maybe 2000. You mean as far as like in chats and whatnot, or just?
Yeah, in
Oh,
chat.
that's been about maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah. Did you come on when Kwame came on?
No, I didn't hear about Kwame until at that time I was watching dude. What was his name? Gravity Takeout,
Yeah.
and I seen him going over one of Kwame's videos. That's when I started going to Kwame, and then next thing,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So you were you when you first came, the only chat you used to go in was Gravity Takeout?
yeah, for the most part, it wasn't. It was another. It's another guy named. He didn't go live that much. Uh, his name was Speakeasy.
Oh, okay. I've been on YouTube for years. I think I was on YouTube when YouTube first started. I didn't have an account. I don't think I got my account until much later, maybe 2010 or something like that. I don't know. But I didn't even know YouTube had chat
Me
until
neither.
Kwame Brown. I don't even know how I ended up in there. But you say vodka. No, you did say vodka like that. Mr. O, the question from the audience is, does vodka get you right?
Yeah, vodka sit me down.
Oh, okay. It's hit me down too.
Yeah.
Oh boy. And don't give me anything brown because we get ready to fight. What's going on,
Yeah.
J Dub? I just get active. with brown liquor. Like my friend, not really, not always. Like me and my friend, her husband and my husband, we used to always kind of go to this little hole in the wall. And every time we drink dark was in the winter months and we drink white in the summer months. I don't know, black folks got a way to do things. So every time we drink white, my friend, I got to go in the bathroom with her for an hour while she cries. So I told her, well, maybe you should just drink the brown liquor all year round. Because if you gotta act like this over drinking some vodka, because we used to drink first we drank Absolute and then we drank Grey Goose. Yeah, and then we just went to Patron. But anyway, I say, well, if you gotta act like that, maybe you should just drink brown liquor. Just emotional as hell. So it make you sit down.
Yeah. That make me sit my ass down somewhere.
How long does it take to make you sit down? Like, what have you done to get up to that point when you know you got to sit down? You done talk too much. You done did too much. What?
Yeah. It's probably a little bit of both.
I bet, because when I first saw you, I remember you from a long time ago. I just remember names sometimes I don't. But something stands out. So I remember when I first saw you in Anthony room, I said, "Oh, that's Mr. Oates from a long time ago." And then they were trying to bring you up to date with the goings ons in this crazy ass part of YouTube.
Right.
It's a whole bunch of shit going on. It's a whole bunch. I mean, just sit right now. What's going on, Lou? Just sit right now and think about all this shit that's going on in this sector. All these little fights and all these little crazy ass people, and oh my God, it's just a lot. And I always try to tell people, don't take it to bed with you. Don't.
For sure.
Like how people call each other on the phone and talk about chat. I couldn't do that. I don't want to talk about no damn chat when I'm not on chat. So if I'm friends with somebody and we're chatting on the phone, we're going to be chatting about something that does not have to do with chat. It might come up. We might say, well, that, and then on to the next subject. What's going on, J-Dub? What's going on, YSM? Glad you guys can make it. Make sure you hit the like button, everybody. We're interviewing Mr. Oates today. Mr. Controversial Oates. I call you controversial because I think you had a lot of forewarning. And I know that I'm one of those people who are strong-willed and I don't really listen to what people say, but I think if somebody, and I know how the internet is, I know they'll put a lie on your black ass and you're going to carry that lie because that's what they want to know. They want you to be what they want you to be.
Right.
And if they're going to put a lie on you, they're going to put a lie on you, and that's going to be your identity from now until kingdom come. But also, when so many people, I could see if one person would have said, that Biz 101 is a kid toucher, just because maybe they're mad at him or whatever. But for everybody and to have seen paperwork and for it to be able to be found, that's a different story for me. So what did you think when you were first told about Biz 101?
First time I was really told was on Anthony's panel.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as there's a whole lot of things. I knew I had heard whispers about one case when I actually started paying attention to it. When if I see somebody typing that way about another individual, more than likely I'm not even reading I wasn't rocking with bears like that.
Right.
So I wasn't even paying attention to that for real. But then I noticed it's just certain things kept being said. So I was like, okay.
You're talking talking about in any chat like the first time or in other
No,
chats as
no,
well?
I'm just giving you a summary of how I used to pay attention. Wasn't paying attention to none of that. I didn't even know there was multiple states and multiple dates, multiple victims. I didn't know none of that.
What's going on, True Essence? And what's going on, Tamika? Mr. Oates, when you found out, did you go to his chat and talk with him before or after you found out?
Before I went over
When
to
you
his,
was up there when he was singing to the kids, right?
yeah,
Did you already know? Did you have a good idea? Had you seen some of the information that was out about him?
yeah, yeah, I did. That's what I was saying. Like,
So
it, what, what ended up doing it for me was when I heard I did go up there and he was singing to kids or singing to somebody's daughters. Um, then the next day, I believe it was, I heard the actual audio of the different things that he had said.
while you was up there.
So I would no. I'm talking about not just that.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking about,
Oh, you talking about before?
yeah, when he was talking about I'm Santa, I got presents.
Yeah, you
Okay,
weren't up there that day.
no, didn't no. Then when I heard him all the different things he was saying, talking about um what do you call like looking up the age of consent in a certain state.
Right.
Uh, 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 Talking about a teenage girl that allegedly just graduated.
Yeah.
Something I'm trying to think. What? Yeah, he didn't just say
So
I'm
she's still underage, even though she
exactly
didn't graduate. Yeah. She's
exactly.
still only 17.
And I'm wondering like, what is you? I can't. I think Biz early 40s maybe. What the hell are you doing looking at a 17? What you even looking that up for?
Right. And why are you looking up the age of consent? Like, what difference would that make? Hey,
No,
Angela. Hey,
and
Tiff, 415. What difference for a man 45 years old? What's the difference if the age was 14, the age of consent? I mean, why would you want to know that?
exactly.
So when you were up there and he was singing to them, and I heard you saying, "No, don't do that, don't do that." Um, I don't know if I don't know why you kind of stayed up there, but I don't know. I guess there was a method to your madness. But um, tell me about when you were sure that what people had been saying about him was true. When did that happen? When was the occurrence of that?
After I read all of those, but one, when I read the paperwork and seen that he had pled guilty, I'm like, see, that's what I'm saying. There's a whole lot about him that I didn't never knew. And people's like, man, you've been around long enough. You should have known this. I'm like, I ain't never known none of this. Like at first, I didn't, I didn't know. Like I said, it was multiple dates in multiple states, multiple victims.
Right.
Okay, I'm thinking they talking about because somebody did mention it about I think it was the Connecticut case where he was allegedly the minor and
The person was the adult, but
right,
and
right.
but
Oh
go ahead. You finish and then I'll get in.
no, but it was like this is you're showing me a pattern here.
Right.
That's what the hell you showing me. Even though I don't, no matter the excuse. And the next thing, I never even knew he came to YouTube and told the story his damn self.
He told a
A version, a story.
yeah, a version of a story that ended up with him telling somebody that S suck his
Yeah,
weed,
yeah.
but it was more than that.
But there was a
His
whole group.
charges, right? Like the first charge, even when he was like he told us the story about the first occurrence. He was living in he's a foster kid. I think he's a crack baby. No
Right.
shade. And he had told this. I'm gonna tell you everything he told us. He told us he lived with his grandmother, and he was just out of control, so he had to move out from his grandmother. And then he was like on the streets and sleeping under cars and um just a street person. So I guess he must have got picked up for being like a runaway or whatever, or being someone, just a kid out in the streets, because they find them after a while. I mean, you're not cold against in Connecticut. How you sleeping up under a goddamn car? Shit. Even if there's no snow under that damn car, the ground cold as hell. But
Right.
I think he was sleeping up under them cars because he's a little light skinned white boy, and he got Jew in him. You see that nose? Um, I know he was their plaything, so he probably was under their guard in his booty hole. And no shade, I'm not trying to be funny, but he was probably sleeping under their car to guard himself because he's a little scrawny little. I mean, he's a little man. He's like a midget. So they probably he was the plaything because he's soft and he wanted to fit in. You want to be out selling drugs and stuff, or else you would have went to the police station and say, "I don't have nowhere to go," which he probably ended up doing because he looked like a snitch. But anyway, but he ain't snitching on himself. So so he was saying that it was a girl who lived in the or who was also at the place that he was in, was like a group home, and it was a line of people waiting for the dudes was waiting for her to suck a wee wee. Suck, yeah. So he said when it got to him that she was acting scared or something. But then I heard another story where he said he went for earring backs, and the newspaper article said he raped her, he held her captive, and he assaulted her. That's what it was in. It's in the newspaper. You could actually search for it right now. So he has violent tendencies. You can hear how he talks. He goes from one tone to a tone that sounds like a monster, and he also is like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And that also comes from trying to be able to survive on the streets where you have to be this one person when you know that's not you, and then you know who you are. And then like when some people are on his panel, or when he's talking to some people, like when he talks to Kwame Brown, he talks like a baby. He talks like he needs somebody to take care of him. Like he kind of stammers and stutters, and he looks for the right word. He don't know how to put a sentence together. He's just out of whack. But as soon as he's talking to somebody who's saying something to him about his behavior, then you all kind of demons and motherfuckers, and you ain't no good, and you're a bitch, and this and that. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that. Maybe it's just my training or my field of work, what I used to do. But I see all these different behaviors in him, and I know a lot has happened to him because a lot happens to kids on the street.
Real talk.
It's unfortunate, but there's also help if you want it. Like as a grown man, Mr. Oates, how would you feel walking up to a little girl and asking her what's the age? I mean, I'm not trying to make light of it because it really happened. This stuff really happens. And a lot of people are out looking for these children. And a lot of these kids, we got to think about when his years where he was getting caught, because I still think he does it. I just think he knows how to uh mask it better. I also think that backyard that he's living in, that little house, is
Right.
full of bones. I think he got bodies buried back there because he don't never want to get caught again. Because it was embarrassing to him, especially when we found out. When the internet found out, he was totally embarrassed. He's embarrassed more than anything else because he wants to be seen as this businessman who knows everything about everything, when in reality, he has no formal education. How can you get up and go to school after you slept under a car all night?
Right.
What school you going to? And I heard him tell somebody he graduated at the top of his class. What class? The foster kid class? What? Because after a while, you got to think about. Let me let you talk, Mr. Oates, because I'm up here just running my mouth.
Tell you.
I'm just running my. I got a machine over here, and I don't never go live, so I got a lot to make up for. Sorry about that. Tell me, what do you think about those behaviors now that you know? And have you talked to him?
Yeah, I talked to him. I was more or less telling him that's the day he was singing. I was
Oh,
asking, I was asking him about it, but then, like I said, I got some additional information the day later. So when I next time I caught him live, I went in the chat just to see what the hell he was talking about, and it seemed like he was talking directly to me. Like don't tell me what to do. I'm a grown man. I do what I want to.
it did sound like he had that tone.
Uh, uh, Let me figure it out. I'm like, oh, okay,
But
I'm going.
when you were on that panel with him, did you realize what he was doing after a while? Because sometimes we can get caught off guard. Like me, I don't pay attention to a lot of stuff. Sometimes, like I'm just all over the place, kind of floaty. But then something to catch my ear, and I'm listening. So when you first got up there, because I don't remember, I don't know if I saw the beginning of the how you got up there. What made you go up on the panel?
Because I had already heard something about well, actually I hit the live, or hit the link because he had said something.
Was
I
his chat just starting?
I would got no, I don't think it was just starting.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it was just starting. It was already somebody up there. I can't remember who exactly. Not right now, but um I went up there more or less to see what the hell he was talking about, but to ask him about that, but to let him know, like,
You
because
been
they
hearing stuff?
said, yeah, yeah, just
Yeah.
to, let him know, you know what I mean, what's going on. I think he said something about him and meal ticket that fell out or something like that, and I'm like, I thought y'all was cool. And then he showed me the post that meal ticket had, I guess, put on a community wall or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, why in the hell what the hell are you saying that? And he said, well, because I said I'm Santa, I got presents,
Yeah. For
and more or less left it at that.
and you know what else he said that he conveniently leaves out? He says they're saying they're young. I don't care. He said I don't care. I stand on that. I don't care. Like the age don't matter. I'm gonna stand on what I'm talking about, and whatever happens happens. So when he was talking about that girl, which was Siz's daughter, the all his daughters are underage. He knew what he was doing. He didn't make any exception when somebody said his kids are young. He was like, so what? I stand on that. And I'm not taking nothing back. And all that's on that live. I'm not making this up. I'm just repeating what he was saying. He ain't no damn good. He's a liar. And what he does is he tries to get sympathy because he tries to act like he doesn't know what's going on. And that's one of my biggest problems with him. One of my biggest problems with him is he won't own his shit. And I think as adults, we all gotta own our shit. We're not perfect people. Nobody's perfect. We all got something that maybe we're not as proud of as maybe we may let on to be. But when you have something on you that everyone has looked up, everyone has made contact with the information, instead of going word to mouth, people are actually doing research and finding information and then coming back to tell him, hey, highly favored, and he's saying it's not him. I have a problem with that. Own your shit.
Right.
Yeah, he was Who is 52? I don't know who 52 is, but he was also talking about Kevilo's daughter too. And Kevilo said his daughters are 15 and 13. And maybe if you don't want to own your shit, but you want to be such a influential person online, then maybe you should just log off and let people decide what they want to deal with, and stop trying to force feed people what they should believe in about you. Some people, it won't matter to. It won't matter to some people that he is uh, a child predator, right?
Right.
People won't care. But there are some people who do care. Like me, I care. I care because it's too many, it's just too much of that shit going on. How do you feel about it, Mr. Oates? You got daughters?
Yes, ma'am. I got my daughter grown though. I got a granddaughter.
Yeah. And you know what? It don't even matter that they grown, because he messed with a grown woman too. Took advantage of her as a kid. Now you know that's crazy. Sleeping up under that car. Thinking of evil day in and day out.
That's wild.
Mm, 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 mm.
Sleeping under cars.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
And now he don't want that to touch him after he told us that. And I remember that. I'm like, what the hell? Cold as the ground be. The ground even be chilly in the summertime under a car.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And
Like
you sleeping under a car.
It's in Connecticut too.
Ain't Connecticut right by Kansas? I mean, not Kansas, Canada. Shit. That's crazy.
This nigga sleeping.
Oh shit.
See, I didn't never I didn't never I never heard
Hey,
that.
this your first time hearing about sleeping up under the goddamn car? That's crazy.
This motherfucker crazy. Oh my
So now
God.
we know what we dealing with. What kind of damn? But I'm pretty, like I said, he's a small little. He was small when he was a boy, and he's small and little dwarfism as a man with the little hobby knobby hands. And then he took the picture next to his son. I remember when we were having a discussion before all this came out about him and his past. And we used to go and, listen to him talk about Bitcoin, because my
Right.
son trades in Bitcoin from time to time. He's not a big finance man. My son is a pharmacist, but he is dealt in Bitcoin years ago. He was doing Bitcoin like 2019 back then. I haven't even talked to him, asked him does he still do it. But anyway, we used to all go in his little chat. He used to be over there talking about what the stock market says, and for people who are interested in that, they kind of took little hints from him, because he knew a little bit about what he was talking about. I have to give it to him. He knew what he was talking about. But we also talked about, like, college and what your kid. He said son was in 12th grade, and I was asking him, what is your kid gonna do after he graduates from high school? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, well, he got to do something, because it's hell to get a job at McDonald's with nothing. I mean, shit. It's hell for people to get a job these days without at least a trade. I mean, you want to have something going into a job where you can make a little bit of money. So he was like, well, he wants to go to college and play football. And I was asking him, that's good. Any colleges looking at him and different stuff like that? He was saying he was trying to get Kwame Brown to write a recommendation letter and all that shit. They probably looked at that and bought it up, put it in the trash, and set the garbage can on fire with Kwame Brown name. Like, what is that supposed to prove? Kwame Brown, shit. It was like that man, all the years he played the NBA, he looked like the goddamn bench. What's going on, King Stoner? So he was saying His son was 5'7", and I was like, oh God. The last person I remember that talk was Spud Webb. You remember him and how
Yep.
little he was, and how even though he was a good player, he had a little time out there with them big men. So
Right.
shit. So I was like, well, you need something to have something for him to fall back on in case basketball doesn't work out, because his chances of going to the NBA are between slim and none. I was saying it to myself. I didn't tell him that. I could have. But I just, I said it to myself because that's rare. They looking for them tall ones with the big hands. I don't know how Kwame got in there because he got little hands. But anyway, so we were talking about things to fall back on, and maybe some kind of trade if college isn't for him, because college isn't for everybody. Just like a trade isn't, going to trade school. Some people can pick up a trade by being an apprentice, working alongside somebody who is trained to do that. And you can, sometimes get licensed that way as well.
Right.
But he was just stuck on the NBA thing, and I was like, okay. But it's just a lot with him, and I just so a lot of people had a problem with you, Mr. Oates. I'm pretty sure you heard it. That people were really upset with you for being over there sitting on that panel with that man while he was talking up under the little girl's clothes. And I don't know, I think I was kind of done with you at that point, because even though I don't know how much you knew, but I knew that you knew something. And I knew that I know how much you like to talk, maybe more than me, because I'm talking a lot tonight. But I have to entertain my guests, right? Um, so maybe you were over there on a fact finding mission. I'm not sure. Um, and maybe you found what you was looking for. You know what mamas used to tell us: you go out there looking, you go find what you're looking for. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, I think I had already found it, but that kind of sealed it.
Hmm. So
That
what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, we do shit. I pretty much said I said what I said. That's you could, you were saying stop like own your shit. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the paperwork. Nigga, you played. I didn't see. It's a whole bunch of information I never knew. Like for the longest, I didn't even know he was on the list.
Mm.
Honestly, I didn't even know he was on the motherfucking list. I'm like, well, what the fuck? When I started paying attention to the bullshit that was being said, it was just like, wait a minute, hold on, what list? Then when
Yeah.
I started looking at certain parts of the law and they say like 15 to 18 years, I'm like, this motherfucker been on this list all this time?
Hmm. And then he said, because he talked about it. He said he stayed on the list so long so that he could, teach his son a lesson, or he wanted his son to learn from it. I never got the the point he was trying to make when he said that, because I don't understand how you, being a predator in a PDF file, uh will help your son. I never understood how, what would, what would that prove besides you're a creep? My dad's a creep. And he's a creep because when he was walking through the house the other day and he went into the spare bedroom, he's been living there for quite some time. He can't even have his kids over there. It's
Mm-mm.
obvious because he doesn't have the room made up. There's nothing in the room. He's been living there for quite some time. Why you don't have a bed like for your daughter or your son when they come spend the night? Because they can't come over there.
Damn.
It don't take that much thinking to know that. He got an empty room, and Garrick is just dying to move in that damn room. Dying. Woo! He know that Biz meets up with KB, when he comes up there to visit his daughter, and he just he don't want to stay with Kwame Brown gay cousin just to meet damn Big. I mean, just to meet Kwame. And he didn't even go out with him that night because he had previously gone out with his cousins. So this idiot, Garrick, with all the raised white heads on his face, just disgusting. Ugh. That reminds me of that screensaver that Anthony got with the punched the man in the face and all the pus and stuff. Ugh. His face looks like that for real. That's some nasty shit. He rode all the way from Mississippi to goddamn Atlanta to go to a club with a gay man. And then was whispering in his ears and shit. I mean, goddamn. So you over there, ain't it discussing how it's just you over there with the just damn goof troop. Them motherfuckers over there dim with it. Then we got this one Garrick who think, his little thing is that he got all the sense. I got a membership in your room, and you shouldn't have to do the members like that and all. Everybody room. Nobody don't want to be bothered with him. Even when he go in Kwame Brown room, he put the whole backdrop thing up so he can't even see his name up on his damn. Nobody don't want to be bothered with him. He's like plague. Everybody's trying to get away from him. Oh, I didn't know Mr. Oates was scared of Garrick. You scared of Garrick? I remember that night when I wasn't in the chat, but I heard the replay when you was telling Garrick to come get the mic because they up here talking about you, and then Garrick went and made a live and was over there talking shit to you. You over there trying to act like you trying to front on me, and you was like, all I told you is they was talking about you, come get the mic. And he was like, no, you didn't. You was over there trying to instigate me and you. And then he was pissed. He talked a whole bunch of shit.
I remember that bullshit. But he was mad about I said two things. I was telling him to come back up there, like literally, like come up here and handle this shit. I was telling Anthony, like, don't drop him. Let him speak his piece. So later, because I wasn't even really looking at the phone. All I was doing was talking. I didn't have to look at the phone. Wasn't no video going or nothing like that. So I'm talking, and I think Anthony said, there go your boy. I'm like, who? He was like, right here. He was like, look on the screen, Mr. Oates. And I'm looking on the screen. I seen the picture of him whispering in Kevlo's brother's ear. I wasn't even paying attention. The picture had been up there. I just wasn't paying attention to the phone. And then after I seen that, I was like, oh no, Gag, come on. I think I said, Gag, come on up here, man. I got some questions. I think that's what set him off for real.
He was pissed.
Yeah.
Like, who you think you are calling me up here? And what make you think that you could? He was pissed. He wanted to fight you that night. He would have put on some pants and took off that skirt to come fight you that night because he was pissed.
No, I don't know if you remember. I remember that shit. I was still on Anthony's panel like 2.5 more hours. And then when I left, I got a notification before I left Anthony's chat. Somebody, I can't remember who right now, but I go on my notifications page and I see my name in the title. And at first I'm thinking it's a comment.
Right.
It's like, no, these niggas is live. They've been live 2 hours and 30 minutes.
So you went over there with the man with the pus face and the predator.
I'm like, yeah, what's your motherfucking problem? I'm like, what's going on? And at the time, I didn't remember seeing that picture. I didn't remember saying, like, I got questions for you. Come on back up here. I don't remember.
No, you didn't. You said they up here talking about you. Come up here and defend yourself.
Yeah. But that later on, when they actually, because we was talking for a minute.
Oh, okay.
And they put Anthony had put the picture up there, and then when I finally he got my attention to it, We had been live for a minute at that point.
and he ran over there and jumped in Biz's arms to cuddle him while he
So they
talked to you, and you wasn't even in the chat room yet.
no, I didn't
So
even know they was live. So that when I go over there, motherfucker, ooh, shit, excuse me. When I go over there, I'm like, "What's up?" They had already. That's when I see it, and they was live for like 2.5 hours. I'm like, "What's the problem?" And
uh-huh.
like I said, I was telling them then, like, I'm just saying, come up here and defend yourself, nigga. They talking shit about you.
He was pissed at you for that.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, oh, he was really pissed. Thanks for the cash app. Y'all, my cash app name is right there on the screen. Go ahead and hit it, and you don't contribute to me all the time because I'm never on. So go ahead and make my day. But yeah, so he went over there. He talked all kind of shit about you, Mr. O. You over there showing off, acting like you want to start something. He didn't want to talk to you over there where it was hot for his ass. He wanted you to come over there in Biz chat where he got a little following, a bunch of people cheering for him. He wanted to make you look bad, and that's what he was talking shit before you even got over there.
I know Anthony played
Shit.
some of it. The next day. I heard Anthony playing some of it.
Yeah, he talked big shit about you. So is it true that you're afraid of Gary?
No, I ain't afraid of nobody. I'm address them. I've been addressing them like
Have you?
this.
You
This
go over
already.
there?
I don't go over there. When I see, I know what it's gonna be.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have to get a word in. They gonna kick you
That's,
off the stage.
yeah. So I don't. I when I feel one day I feel like arguing, I go ahead and go over there.
Drink some vodka, like Miss E said. Drink some vodka. You go over there. You be wide open over there. Let loose on them so they could drop you. So you be over there in the day room now, huh? Hey Muso, good to see you. You be over there in the little day room, King Anthony. Hey, you be over there with them big girls over there. You trying to get you a big girl?
What big girl?
Them girls over there in SoFly chat. And the ones over there with the answer.
Oh, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
No, I went to SoFly's panel a couple times, and that was just really like to get some clarity on who I was dealing with.
Okay, because you know that's like the dating game over there.
Oh no, I ain't no, wasn't that type of party. I was
So you
uh
ain't dating? You're not dating nobody?
no, I'm not on YouTube.
You better not, because I promise everybody who I would never come back to YouTube and tell your business. Shit. Them motherfuckers, that's the first stop.
Yep.
First stop. You could still be at their house. Packing your shit and they be on there talking shit about you. Look at that old sorry motherfucker back there packing up his shit like he brought shit. Probably stealing my shit out my, it's a mess.
Right.
If you really want some pointers and tips, you could talk to Lou Jenkins, 6903. I'm
Right.
sure he has a few tips he can give you about dating these online women because they be something else. They act like they ain't used to nothing. And then it be just some different kind of shit. I don't know what that is. What's going on, Thick Cup? Um, so when you go over there, nobody ain't trying to, because somebody came back and told me, say, Mr. Oates was talking about you and him supposed to be doing an interview. And I was, oh, that was right after the Biz thing when you were over there when he was talking, singing to the little girl. And I was like, oh, he was just trying to get the spotlight off of him because everybody was pissed off at you for being over there, especially after they told you that that man over there touching on kids and shit. So I was like, I ain't doing no interview with no Mr. Oates because he over there with the Predator. They must have something in common. That's what I
No.
think. Like when I see them other people go over there with him, I figure they got something in common. They grew up with some shit like that because, or they, and they okay with it because if you remember, Kwame Brown had a pastor that he was real close to, that Atkins, that turned out to be he's in prison right now. He one of them touch on kid peoples, and it kind of leads you to wonder, hmm, maybe he okay with biz because he, because I just don't understand why somebody would want to be. First of all, I think that's worse than murder for me. What's going on, Tay Ward? And I might be overdoing it a bit, but I think we can all put our own stamp on what we believe in. It doesn't, because you might think it's a maybe third or fourth on the list of wrongdoing things that you dislike. For me, it's number one because I've worked with children who've been, you know, abused.
Right.
And I know how it bruises them. And they carry those bruises for the rest of their life. I don't care what they do, how much counseling they get, that is still with them. And you are essentially destroying a child with that. You're even a man who uh do that to grown women.
Right.
I mean, that's something, that's violence. That's something about somebody taking something from you that you didn't give them. And that's a part of your body. So for me, it's worse than murder because they usually live. Like those little girls that he touched on, they are alive. And you know what's sick about him? He talks to them on the phone. And I know for fact the abuser is never supposed to have any contact with the person he abused. When
Right.
people were online talking about it when it first came out, the first paperwork came out, he was calling and talking about, I called Victoria on the phone and we were laughing at you guys because you don't know what's going on. You were what? You calling who?
That's ooh wee.
Talking about he called the little girl on the phone and they talking. Well, she's grown now, but it still doesn't matter. It doesn't make the crime any less. He took something or did something to a child that wasn't right. Shit. That's just disgusting to me. And then I remember like going back to those first conversations that we used to talk, like in chat, and he was like, we were in Kwame Brown's chat, and they were talking about the Instagram models and how they be up there half naked, and they were calling them hoes and shit. I was like, all these little girls are doing their dancing and stuff on there. He talking about my little girl ain't, and she better not go on there either, because she knows I don't play that. I would never allow my daughter to be around people like that. You don't know what your kids doing out there. Prime
Right.
example is when my son was a young boy, and the teacher called me one day and say, "Your son in here acting up," and I'm like, "Nah, that motherfucker, he ain't crazy. I know it ain't him." She invited me to come by one morning, and I went and looked through the little square in the door, and the
Right.
whole goddamn class looked like hell had them. It was a mess in there. All the kids were up. They were throwing a football. There was some girls back there playing jacks. It was just a whole bunch of stuff going on in the room. It's like the teacher did not have any control of the room.
What
So
was
when
this? Was this homeroom?
huh?
What was this? Homeroom?
That's when he was in second grade. That was a second grade class.
Oh
The
my
teacher just,
goodness.
yeah, it was just out of control. So I had to get him a different teacher and get him out of that room. And because it's apparent that you don't have any control over children, and that's your job. I'm not saying put a strong arm on them, but I can look at kids and they're falling in line and they ain't even mine.
Right.
You know how you go to the mall or somewhere and them kids acting up, screaming and hollering and shit, and you look at them like, if you was mine. Mm-mm. So you. But back to this online stuff that is just sick. Um, I think Biz, and I know you're listening, Biz, and I hope you're mad. I hope you're mad. I hope you are upset and shaken and want to go make a live and do whatever you want to do. But the fact still remains, you touched on somebody's little girl. Probably mother was probably on drugs like your mother was when you were born. And probably able to, wander out a little bit more freely without having to, check in all day. I remember when I was growing up, I always had to come back and check in. And I got 5 brothers that I used to play with, but I used to have to come check in. You ain't doing nothing that important outside that you can't come and check in. So, they don't have to check in, and the mama doing what she want to do or whatever. And he out there touching and playing with their kids and pulling his dick out for them to look at it and telling them to come suck it and all that old filthy behavior. And then going to sleep up under a damn car.
Damn.
It was me and Mr. Oates interview, sweetheart. So, anybody got some questions for Mr. Oates? Anybody got anything? Anybody want to come up and talk to Mr. Oates? But Mr. Oates, like I said that night when you were up there and he was singing the songs to the little girl, and you had a tone in your voice like, nah, like you knew it wasn't right. I didn't understand why you didn't drop, but I guess you had your way of handling it. But at least I did hear a tone in your voice that was not in approval of what he was doing. And that was the only thing that kind of made me continue to talk to you, because I didn't like that. I didn't like I didn't like you being up there because you had been told. But some people have to find out things for themselves. And when you read that, were you sitting down?
Yeah, you talking about the paperwork?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to sit down. Because I was taking notes.
Taking what kind of notes were you taking?
Just different thing I was getting from the paperwork as far as, you hear me?
No, your microphone did something crazy.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. All right, it's up. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine now.
All right. Yeah, like I said, that the fact that there was 2 different cases, I had to find out as much as I could about them.
Yeah.
But they was already here. It was like you can read between the lines for real, but I'm still like, okay, now let me go look at this. And while I'm doing that, I'm looking at Virginia law, a little bit of it anyway.
What did it say? Because I didn't read the law.
No, I'm talking about some of the laws and the penalties that apply with being a sex offender.
Oh.
Like different tiers.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Okay, the different tiers, the penalties that come with them on each tier. Let me think of what else. I looked up. I forget what the statute. What was it? Indecent something.
Was it an indecent proposal?
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But involving a minor.
Yeah.
But then I'm seeing all these different. Like I said, multiple dates. I'm like, damn. And then that's before it like really dawned on me. I'm like, no, this is a whole nother fucking state.
Mm-hmm.
So
what did you say? This man got a problem?
Yeah, this shit don't
indecent liberties with the minor.
Yeah, indecent liberties.
Do you think that people who have done that before just stop doing it?
No.
Tell me what you think about that.
No, they don't. They don't stop doing it if, especially if it's like it keeps happening.
Right. So because he hasn't had any charges, I guess in the last what, 10 years, 15 years, do
Yeah,
you think that there's a high probability that he's done it before and maybe got away with it?
yeah. That's always a possibility. Uh, that's a that's a possibility.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, I believe that backyard is full of bones. I just do. I just think that he's not cured, especially from singing and all that carrying on to kids. And if I didn't do something, or if I did something, well, if I didn't do something and I'm trying to proclaim my innocence, I'm not going to keep falling back to the same thing that they're accusing me of. Not that I really care about what people say, even though that is a serious charge,
And
right?
that's and that's one of the
Very
main.
serious charge. That's not something that you can just get over. Uh, I
No,
don't think that first of all, I think that I would have logged off. I think I would have just been out of it. I wouldn't have been chatting no more. And if I did chat, it would have been under a different name. I I'm not so addicted to anything that I can't let it go. Ain't no way I'm gonna come online and have to hear nothing. It's just I don't know. I don't know. I think there's a mental problem there. I know there's a mental problem there. What you think, Mister Oates?
it's definitely something mental. That was my the point I was when I was making to him when I first went up there was to ask him like if if all this shit that they saying about you ain't true, you think this the best way to handle this? And
Right,
I wasn't referring to the singing, I was referring to the things I had heard.
right.
And more or less like he said, "Oh, like this is for content." Because
Everything ain't content.
yeah,
Yeah.
he said,
Everything is not content, especially something disgusting like that. That's a crime. Even when you think about it, it's a crime. Whether you're doing it, you're thinking about a crime. And then you're thinking about a crime against an underage person. So that's really sick. And I think that's why he ain't got no hair on his face. He wants to appear to be younger. And that's another reason why I still think that he's still doing the same thing. Because he looks like one with them beady little eyes, but he also keep the hair off his face to look more youthful. And because he has such a small stature, he can kind of blend in. And you know what his argument was when people found out, if I was such a bad person, I wouldn't have been able to go to my kids' stuff at their school. You do if they don't know. People are not just looking at stuff up. Usually the people who tell it is somebody who knows you from doing that. You live in a
"Mhm."
whole different area now than from when you were ill. Sick. Any questions for me, Mr. Oates? Because I'm chatting Kathy tonight. CP391, welcome.
You just
That's CP3. I think he be in Biz chat too. He be sitting over there up under Biz, the pedophile as well. Be right over there with him like they cool. So when I'm gonna just say it. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. It just leads me to believe that those people have similar hobbies. That's things that they have in common. Because I'm not sitting up under nobody who done touched, groped, raped, did anything illegal with children. I don't want to be around them.
Right.
YSM. I don't want to be what's the SO sector? Oh, sexual offender section. Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't want to be. He can run back and snitch. He can go tell his mammy. I don't give a goddamn. And nobody don't put no fear in me on the internet. You can do what you got to do. Y'all nasty sitting around that man who done pulled out his wiener for little girls and touched them all on their cootie cat and then get on the phone and talk to him still today. Y'all nasty and you do the same thing. Birds of a feather. They ain't just made that up. They made it up because it's real. Y'all niggas the same kind of niggas. Y'all probably be sharing notes. Which one of y'all can get the youngest one? Bunch of freaks. Bunch of goddamn freaks. You lucky you don't live in my area. Oh God. People like y'all should just come up missing. Shouldn't have no voice. Should never be able to do nothing that people listen to. She lived right over there in that goddamn little ass square box house that boy live in with that couch pulled up to the window so he could peep out at people staring at him because they know a pedophile lives in their neighborhood with a picnic table and a card table chair. You could tell he's a weirdo because look how sparsely furnished his house is and look how it looked. That looked like somebody who ain't putting down no roots. That looked like somebody who ready to get the fuck up and run at any moment. CP3, don't cry to me. Don't cry to me. I don't want to hear nothing about what you said that I said. If you can't take it, nigga, get the fuck up out of here. I ain't your friend. I don't know you. All I know is you sit up over there under Biz 101 and Gay Trick, the one who went all the way to Atlanta to go out with the gay man. Y'all weirdo. Hey, that's the oh God. You remember when we were growing up, Mr. Oates, because I think you're around my age. Remember we was growing up and it used to be Fat Albert in the gang and all of them was weirdos.
Yep.
That's the kind of gang they hang in, but all of them got mental weirdness. Like they mind don't know that they grown men and they ain't supposed to touch kids. And they men and they ain't supposed to love other men. What the hell you got to whisper in a gay man ear? What if that was you, Mr. Oates, and he was trying to whisper in your ear?
No, you know what? What the fuck you doing?
Come here, man. I just want to tell you something.
Yeah, nigga, say
it. I never listen, crybaby ass CP3. I never said nothing about your mama, nor have I ever said you should be unalived. Cook on no, I'll unsub permanent. I don't give a fuck about a sub. I don't care nothing about all that shit. And Mr. Oaks ain't your nigga. He my nigga right now. Go claim another man, weirdo. Mr. Oaks, I'm saving you.
What's going on?
Booty. CP3 talking about he over there crying in text. Y'all be talking about unsub. I'm gonna take my sub from y'all and the money I sent you in Cash App, send it back, nigga. Will do. I don't care nothing about none of that. Weird. Oh, you call the man Creepy 3? Blue got a name for every damn body. And then get up on the panel and laugh. Yeah. Soft spoken self. Talking tough. Yeah, I think they all got the same. They like the Fat Albert gang, except for all of them got a mental illness. They don't realize that grown people shouldn't touch kids and men shouldn't like other men. It's just unnatural. It's not natural. So, Mr. Oates, you have anything you want to ask the chat or anybody have questions for Mr. Oates? And don't come over here being soft CP3. You got to be a man to come over in this chat. Ain't no crime. Men are not allowed to cry over here. I could talk about your greedy grandma and it shouldn't even matter. Mr. O,
I hear you.
any questions for the chat? You see why I don't go live?
No, you can. Anybody got any questions for me? Let me see
Anybody
what.
got questions for Mr. Oates? And Tamika talking about, I'm trying to jump you in. Girl, he over there with his hands lotioned up with Vaseline on his lips and face. Ready to take off his goddamn earrings and shit. Don't make me have don't scratch me in my face. Yeah, Mr. Oates all right. I just had to talk to him after he was over there because I really didn't feel that you had the gist of the situation. And I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt right now. I really don't feel that you really understood the severeness of the actions that you had taken. Those kind of actions for me are walk by you like I never knew you, never speak again, those kind of things. I'm okay with that. My cut off game is strong. I'm telling you, it don't take much. That's why I don't be on here bothered and crying like this is my real life, like some of these people. Because I know how to distinguish from, you know, even though this is real, you have to have real connections with people. And there are
Right.
people that I have real connections with that I've never talked on the phone with, but that's not for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? So the
Yeah.
other people, I could treat them any kind of way, especially if they got a little beef or something. Hey, honey, 6970. Um, like it's a couple of guys on here like Flying Low and a couple other guys who have a problem with me, and that's their problem. I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to be everybody's favorite. I'm not a pick me. As a matter of fact, I'm really not that friendly. I wish I could come into a chat room sometimes and not speak to people that I know and vibe with. But that's kind of rude. I was always taught when you walk into a room, you speak. It comes from that old upbringing where you know. But you have to be a little cordial. But yeah, I'm okay with being by myself. I've mastered that. My husband, and you hear the TV blasting. I'm in. He's in his den and listen to that TV. That TV on 1,000. And he's sitting right up under it, watching damn news, watching this perverted president that we got, watching that news.
Oh yeah, he's agreed for real.
He's a mess. He is a mess. But I don't know what happened today. But when he went to Switzerland or wherever they had that NATO meeting, they got his ass together because he was up on that TV talking about we're gonna we don't have any plans to mess with Greenland anymore, and that's forever. We're finished with that. I don't know. They got his ass together today. I had a
Yeah.
nap, so I don't know exactly what happened, but whatever it was, it pumped the brakes on his ass because he running around thinking he can do whatever he want to do. With his,
It was a bunch of them upset that he was even there. Like
yeah,
you, the audacity of this motherfucker. For real? But
right.
see, yeah. But they said the last time he went to Switzerland, uh, he pretty much had the same problem. It just wasn't that many of they leaders.
Against now they
Yeah,
are.
yeah. They was over there like, oh no, what are you doing here?
I have a question for you. Somebody from the audience. Letitia wants to know, Mr. Oates, when are you going live?
I don't know. I'd be lying if I said I don't know.
You should do the male part of the dating show that you went to the female part of. But I don't think a lot of these men on here are looking for women. I think they're looking for other men. So you got to be careful with that. Like Garrett. Remember he wants you to come talk to him that night? He wants you all to himself.
Yeah.
He didn't want to talk to you in front of Anthony and nobody else. He wants you to himself. Come over here and talk to me. Talk that shit you was talking. And then when
Yeah.
he went over there, he was purring like a cat. Meow.
And then I think the nigga dropped me.
Yeah. And talk shit when he dropped you. And then brought you back up there and was talking nice again. So I think we're gonna just wrap this up. I don't think anybody else has any questions. We're going on 2 hours. That's a long time. I've been talking for 2 hours.
Right. I appreciate you up
I,
here.
I appreciate you coming up here and letting people know your thoughts on the subject that seems to prevail all over the airways with that weirdo over there and his crew. I really appreciate you allowing me to be your first interviewer, and maybe sometime in the future you could come back and grace us with another interview. Next big story.
No
Like
doubt.
you find one of them big women over there.
No.
You find one of them big women over there.
No, I ain't gonna. I you salty for that. Oh my goodness.
I got another interview. I think I'm gonna try to do it Saturday with Slim with the 3M Pick and Choose TV,
Mm-hmm.
and from there, I don't know who else I'm going to interview. Maybe Letitia, because I remember when I had this one guy was kind of on my tail. He I had to invent some Velcro sneakers from him, but Letitia wanted a pair of them Velcro sneakers because
Oh,
she's a nurse.
oh my goodness.
So we went back and forth with the Velcro sneakers for a long time, but handicap. I don't know what it is with that, but I don't know. One of my friends on here said me and Sis attract them all. We get all
Oh,
the special need people.
such a damn shoes. You never even thought about that.
uh.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. So I really appreciate you coming up. I enjoyed the conversation with you one on one. Um, thank you so much for coming.
You were
Look at
working.
Drop Spot. How many more minutes I got? 10 more minutes? No. I'm gonna try to get with Slim to either do him Saturday or Tuesday. Mondays I don't like to do too much, especially like around the house. I don't know how long we're gonna be up here, but shoot, I don't know. I got 30 more minutes. Okay. So Mr. Oates, you don't have to stay up here if you don't want to. I appreciate you coming by.
No, you can chop it up with me if you want. What if you got? There's nothing else.
You know anything else we should talk about? Is there anything else you're holding back on? Do you have any secrets? Like,
No,
what's the name of that big girl you messing with over there in that chat? Because you know it's a sea of them over there. About five of them cover the whole Pacific Ocean.
oh no, don't you? If you talking about who I think you talking about,
I don't know none of them. I'm not gonna start with them because I don't want to argue with them. Because I'm not an arguer. I want people just like to say what I want to say and just be over it. I ain't got the time to go back and forth. I'm not that witty. Because
no.
I don't have the
Some,
patience for that.
some some people thrive off, or they think they thrive off of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for those who can do it. I get bored when I go to talking about other shit. You ain't noticed. I just be all over the place, jumping from this conversation to that conversation, and they be looking at me like we supposed to be arguing. Are we? What are we arguing about? I forget what we talking about because it's probably stupid anyway. But some people they ain't got nobody to argue with at home, or they ain't got nothing going on in their life, or trying to make me look bad. You get a lot of that. Get a lot of people who be trying you just because. So,
Yeah.
so what about you? You ever go through that, Mr. Oates? You have
Well,
people who I know you caught hell with the Ben's thing because everybody was coming to talk to you about it. But other than that, are you one of those chatters that people like always try to drag into stuff, or are you that person? Oh, I gotta tell you something too. Or are you that person that people to ask advice from?
I'm more like the we usually where I'm at, we chopping it up.
You over there with the answer, right?
Yeah, we chopping it up. We ain't really no beef until the bullshit either start in the chat or somebody come up there on the panel.
Well, I watched a playback from you the other maybe about 2 weeks ago now. You were talking to some chick, politics, and it was you and a man who were up on the panel. And the lady kept saying, "Well, I'm about to go now." And you just sat there. You were like, "Go ahead, handle your business." And she kept saying, "Well, I'm about to go now." And you were like, "Go ahead, do what you got to do." And she was like, "Well, I'm about to go now." You just was sitting there like you was trying to let the other dude go first. Like, nigga, this my woman. I'm going to wait here. When she turn off the lights, I'm going to be here with her. Because you didn't budge. The woman kept saying, "I'm about to go now." And even the other dude, I think he left and came back because you was still up there. What was going on with you?
Wait a minute, whose
You
panel was this?
that woman.
Whose panel was this on?
It was your guys. It's a political platform. The woman is a black woman, attractive. Um, you can see her cleavage, and she had a hat on, I think.
I think hey, I don't even. I'm glad you even brought that up. I don't even honestly. I do not remember it, but I knew I was up there because Anthony had mentioned it to me.
Oh my God, what you be drinking?
I didn't. That was probably Casamigos that night.
God yeah, you smoke too?
Yeah, green.
You need to take your old ass to bed. Yeah, the woman said, "I'm about to go by 12 times." You just sat there. Okay, do what you gotta do.
See, I
You
don't.
gotta drop down now, nigga. That's what she want to say.
You should have let. That should let you know right there. I was faded.
Oh my God, misunderstood.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah. That's yeah. That's the only
I thought
political.
you was up there crushing on the woman, cause you just sat and sat and sat and sat. God damn.
No, I think she was talking about motherfucking the Venezuela shit and Trump
I think
and
she was talking about that.
how great this motherfucker is and all that shit and
Oh, how great who is Trump?
yeah,
You know what? I think people look through rose-colored lenses at Trump when they say he's wonderful because he went over there, bombed that damn country, killed off 30 something people, besides the people who have been in the boats that he don't know what's going on the boats, and killed all them damn people, kidnapped that man, and brought him to New York to go to jail with his wife, and left the woman who was his second in power in power. That other fool that went over there and gave him her Nobel Peace Prize because he whined about that. And she thought he was going to put her in power. And her ass, he told me, well, she's a nice lady, but no, she's not ready for this. It's too much going on. So he left the people in the cabinet who were taking over Venezuela for themselves and enriching themselves and starving the people and everything else. And kept the woman up there, but took the man. They so full of shit. So what's so wonderful about Donald Trump? I don't know.
that's what I was trying. That's the my only really back and forth with her. I'm like, you just can't see what the fuck is going on. They
Just like
that's about oil and cocaine. They telling you that's what the U.S. want. They want that oil and they want that cocaine.
right, just like when we was in Afghanistan, they wanted that oil and they wanted them poppy plants, and they
Right.
got them. They got American guards over there guarding them poppy plants today.
Yeah.
Still,
And they when we went and took when they went into Iraq,
right,
took them oil fields.
and went and killed
Everybody.
God damn. And killed Libya.
Oh yeah, Gaddafi.
Killed Gaddafi because Gaddafi was making he was doing the same thing to that little not that little, that young African guy over there in that little country. I can't think of it right now. He is they got their own currency, and they kicked them Americans, and they kicked them Canadians, and they kicked them French people out of their country. They're mining their own gold, and they're building up their infrastructure. They're building roads, they're building schools, they are sharing with the people, they're giving them trades, they got factories and everything. They stopped drinking American Coca-Cola. They stopped them from being able to order from Amazon. They have their own stuff that they get now, and they need to be on their own. They need to try to build up Africa. They should have been done it. But I know that they've had foots on their necks to prevent them from, going anywhere or doing anything. But it's time. It's time for them to build up their own infrastructure and stop relying on the United States for anything. Because the United States don't give black people nothing, especially those Africans. Every country in Africa is on the do not fly zone list. Don't fly over there. And don't if you're over there, you're stuck over there because you can't fly back. They don't take flight from over there. Even the people who are over there doing that missionary stuff, they have to go to certain places to get on those planes to come from Africa. Donald Trump is a crook and he's enriching himself. Did you hear that all those different pardons and that oil that he took out of Venezuela, he has it in a bank in Qatar?
Mm.
And he's over he's building a base for the Qataris here in the United States. That's the ones that gave him that jet, that airplane. That
That's
man
cool.
he just does too much. But anyway, I'm about to get off of here. It was a pleasure. I wonder if you're gonna hear me tonight. Could you hear that other lady that time? So she was about to go. It's been a pleasure. It's just really been a nice conversation. I appreciate you being so honest with your answers and brave enough to come up here and talk to me. Because it's a lot of people who are afraid to talk to me. Sound like Ronald Jones now. Ugh. But no, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You welcome, Kweeny. I'll see you later.
All right.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you all for the cash apps. Thank you all for being present. Uh, I'm gonna put up maybe a day or two before I do pick and choose TV's interview, and let you guys know beforehand so you can schedule me. Write me into your schedule. I did 10 more minutes, Drop Squad, no more minute. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now we get Venezuela and Greenland. No, 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 no. As a matter of fact, he went to the NATO meeting today. I don't know if you watched any news stories, but when he went to NATO, I was talking about it a little bit earlier. He came back and made a statement that Greenland was off the list, that they have no plans whatsoever to do anything with that country now. They must have chewed his ass out or threatened him because you're a big sissy. All of them be like that. Tough talk behind a closed door, but as soon as you get face to face with somebody. Did you guys see that party that he had with the furries with the dog face mask and stuff on? He's a strange man. He touches kids. He does the Furby stuff. It's just sick. Yeah, it happened today. When I got back, it was about 6. That's when I saw it on TV, 6 or 7. Dolphin fans act just like they team. You know what? You're gonna watch your mouth. I could put my hand through this computer and grab your neck. You're not finna talk about the Dolphins. That is just not gonna happen here. Okay? You think you a drop squad. You ain't felt the drop that I drop you out of this damn chat talking about my team. You got me mixed up. How about the Miami Hurricanes? But anyway, I appreciate y'all. Thanks so much for dropping by. We'll chat again soon. Promise. Bye.